everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chef Spotlight. As you can see, I'm super excited because I have a very special guest here with me who goes by the name of Chef Adonis. Today, he will be throwing it down in the kitchen. And what will you be making today?
So I'm making you a pan-fried pollock on a pea soup with seasonal vegetables, parsnip puree, and an assortment of different little things I'm going to add and show you throughout the dish.
Wow, it sounds a lot, doesn't it, guys? But I promise you it's going to be easy, it's going to be accessible, and I'm sure you'll be able to replicate it too. So we're just going to dig in. Go on.
All right, cool. So I'm going to start in reverse. I'm going to need you to give me a hand today with what I'm doing.
Cool, and I like that. I'm going to be involved cooking as well. So what step are we starting with first?
So because I want the fish to be as fresh as possible, I'm going to do that last and late. So we'll preheat the oven, making sure it's ready. I want to start with my potatoes.
Okay.
The potatoes will take a while on the pan, so I might as well get that going right away.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you to prep me some olives.
Nice.
And they've got the core in them too.
Okay,
so
cool.
the olives is going to be part of a tapenade dish.
Okay.
It's going to be the garnish on top of the fish. And I just need you to get that out of.
So to get the middle part out of the olives, yeah?
Yeah.
Guys, wish me luck.
Because the potato is going to be the base. You can't just have fish and sauce. You need something that's going to hold it.
Okay.
So we're going to make a potato and pea crushed potato. That's going to go underneath it.
Guys, this looks harder than it. How do you actually get it out?
You can either use brute strength, or you can cut around it, then twist. Do you know?
See, that's skill right there, guys.
Then you're keeping that.
Yeah.
Keeping the other bit. This bit you can use your hand. And then you're putting the core in there. I'm going to add it to the tomato concasse. That's going to be on top of the fish, just to give it a little bit of freshness.
Nice.
I'm trying to keep this light, fresh, lots of beautiful colours.
So what inspired you to pursue your love for cooking?
So I've done many things in my life, but before being a chef, I was a race engineer.
Wow, okay.
So I'm very good with my hands. I love the practical stuff. But then I realised I didn't like the coursework.
You didn't like the coursework?
No, I hated the coursework.
Oh, most people say that they prefer coursework to exams.
No, I think I'm best way to describe it is I learn best by visually. Okay. I can do that, but I learn best visually. So once I was falling back with the coursework, even though I was passing in all the practical stuff, I just ended up quitting it. Okay. And then I had a gap year between finding something else. And then I found chefing, hospitality and catering. Okay. Did 2 years, never looked back. Wow. And I've been a chef ever since, specialised in English and French fine dining.
Oh wow. Nice. So what do you love most about cooking?
I love the thought of making something from scratch. The thought of having a raw ingredient and then you bring it to a place where it's something artistic or something pretty, and food brings family together. When you come from a big family like mine, Caribbean background, you realise that the table and what you cook
means a lot, doesn't it? Yeah. How many people are in your family?
I'm one of 6.
Oh wow.
I've got 4 sisters, 1 brother and myself. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Potatoes. We've cut the potatoes down, add some water to that, and we're going to get it onto the fire.
Okay. Wow, family of 6. So I guess they're always making you cook, right?
No, they're very, very fussy.
Oh, okay.
They've never appreciated what I do.
Wow.
They're very much stuck in their ways.
If that was me, I'd be like, this is what I want every night.
Yeah, because I feel like you have restaurant taste. So if I was able to do a dish and they didn't like it, I might add something French in there or English and mix it up. They'd be like, no, don't be putting no wine in my spaghetti bolognese or any bacon. So it's always been something that's been challenging. And now that I'm older now, they appreciate it more. Okay. Now they kind of want fine dining dishes. But back in the day, it was kind of I didn't really have to cook for them. They kind of just ate Caribbean food and stuff my mum cooked.
I actually really like Caribbean food, to be honest. It's something that I treat myself with once in a while. But I guess for you, it would be kind of repetitive.
No, because you don't get as much as you think you do. When you're younger, you got it all the time. Now that I'm older, it's something that's like a luxury. How are the olives coming?
Huh? They're coming on really well. It's quite difficult actually. I didn't know it would be this tough to take the seed out.
I thought I'd give you a really good challenge.
And you sure did.
Potatoes are on.
Yeah.
I'll let that cook away right there.
So whilst the potatoes are on, you be going next to do what?
This is the tomato for the tomato concasse.
Okay.
So it's like a really fresh, like tomato
Yeah.
salsa. Very simplistic. It involves blanching tomatoes. And I'm going to put that on top of the fish to give it a little bit of colour.
Okay.
Because the dish is very much greens and yellows, I just want to give it a bit more depth to it.
So is this something, you know, one can possibly make after a long day at work? Is this a dish that...
I can't see why not. I'm giving you more components because I want to be chefy, but I feel like in its core ingredients, you can just have 1, 2, 3 things and go from there.
Okay.
So the protein,
Yeah.
the carb,
Yeah.
and just some kind of fresh vegetable.
I'm just going to mix it up a bit. So if you were given the choice to eat, you know, one meal for the rest of your life, what would that be?
You're not gonna believe what's gonna come out of my mouth.
What?
Toasted cheese sandwiches.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
For the rest of your life, toasted cheese sandwiches?
Toasted cheese sandwiches. It's something simple,
Yeah.
but it's something consistent. You can't mess it up.
But it's just so boring.
You say that, but sometimes the simplest of things is probably the thing that gives you the most joy.
Yeah, true.
What you also realize that just because I'm a chef, a lot of chefs don't actually eat their own food.
Oh yeah, I hear that a lot. Like you cook, like you make a meal sometimes and you don't feel like eating your own meal. I'm not sure if that happens to anyone else, but
it's the same with any profession. When a plumber goes and fixes like pipes, he doesn't come home and redo his own house.
Yeah.
So I like just the simple things. I crave simple things.
Okay.
I like one pot wonders. I like things made with love. Because I love cheese.
Wow.
Like the long hour days I've done in the past, you realise something like a toasted cheese sandwich or something, you can just come home and it's always going to be good.
But is it filling? I've got a big appetite. That cheese sandwich is not going to go anywhere for me. I have small body but big appetite.
Oh, you can stuff it with loads of... Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought I lost you for a second. You can stuff it with loads of different things.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you generally prefer, you know, always cooking your own meals, or do you mix it up? Do you go to restaurants sometimes?
I do try and go to restaurants, not as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to a lot more stuff now. I am working on a Caribbean and Asian food concept.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go to more Asian influenced food.
Okay.
So I feel like there's a cross between Caribbean and Asian food that can work together. So I'm trying to tie it into a brand that I think can work.
Oh, nice.
And what we have here
Yeah.
is an assortment of vegetables we're going to use for the garnish. Might look like a lot, but I'm going to cook them all down.
Cool. So how long did you have to cook to perfect your craft? Like how long have you been doing this to be able to
I've been
perfect your
doing
craft?
this since I was 18.
Oh wow.
So it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
I worked on a lot of restaurants, a lot of hotels, worked for celebrity chefs, done some competitions and won it. And then
Oh wow.
I think about 2-3 years ago, I've said to myself, if I don't do it for myself, I'm no longer going to basically love this anymore. So I made the Instagram page, started doing my own dishes, and I realized over time that I can do this.
Yeah, Instagram is how I found you actually, and I see some of the meals that he taunts us all with. I'm like, if only there was a way to go through the screen, you know.
I realized that a lot of people are
Get
never
the
going to
meals
try
out.
my food. So because a lot of people are going to try my food, I've got to make it extra tasty. So I concentrate on the visuals. Obviously, flavour is important to me too.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot of people are never going to be able to try it. So you eat with your eyes first.
Oh gosh.
We've got the broccoli here. I've cut it in half. I've kept the body of it. It's going to cook down a bit. So I want to keep it whole.
Yeah.
It's going to start to shrivel. When you roast something, it's going to shrivel down.
Yeah, it does.
I've kept it kind of big, so when it shrivels down a bit to there,
Yeah.
it's still got the size to it.
Okay. How do you like your broccoli normally? Crunchy? I know I like mine
I like
crunchy.
mine al dente. I like it as close to raw as physically possible.
Okay, yeah.
So it's still got the nutritious
Yes,
value.
exactly.
If not, then there's no point of eating
Yeah.
it. No point. That's how I see it
Because
anyway.
many people overcook their broccoli and it's like, what's the point?
So the potato, I've turned it down. We want it to be basically like half cooked. Because it's going to carry on cooking because I don't eat it now. So as you can see, it's still not ready yet.
Yeah.
So I've turned that down a bit. I've got the water boiling there because we're going to do the tomatoes.
What are some of the challenges you've experienced over your chef journey, and how did you always keep motivated?
My will and my family. I've scored the top. So when it starts to blanch, the skin's going to come off more easy. My family have kept me going, my dreams, my aspirations. I'm putting too much in it because I've done my 10,000 hours. I feel like I can't go back and start a new career.
Okay.
I've got to make this work. So I had to sit down with myself and go, chef, where do you want to go with this? Like, what do you want to do? And once I kind of had a vision in my head, I've been following that purpose ever since.
Yeah. So you put the tomatoes in the water. If you just explain what's the purpose of that?
I want them to blanch.
Okay.
So once it blanches and the skin starts to basically shrivel, I'm going to take it out and we're going to just use the flesh. We're just going to, I've got some olive oil here. And these things here we can just leave. I'm just gonna give it a little.
Cooking is literally like an art, isn't it?
I see it as art.
It's art.
I feel like I'm trying to connect a symphony of different things.
Yeah.
Because flavor combos, you know what works. We're basically pairing them together like an orchestra of food. So we're putting this in here.
Okay.
We'll check on it a bit later.
How many minutes do you reckon we should leave that in for?
So what's the temperature of the oven?
The temperature is about, I'm going to put it to 150.
Okay.
Yeah.
15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So as you can see, the skin is starting to peel.
Wow.
And we only want the flesh. Not the flesh, the...
What about people who are like, but the skin is the most nutritious part?
Not in this case, it isn't. Because you can do it without blanching it.
Okay.
Just so you know that you can do it without blanching. I forgot to say, you have to cool it down as quick as physically possible.
Okay.
Also, being a chef is good for your health.
Yes.
Because you spend freaking most of the day running around chasing things.
So you currently, what do? You work in a restaurant?
I am working at a restaurant. I'm a head chef currently.
You're a head chef, okay. Do you enjoy it?
I'm not going to lie to you and say all the time, but I do enjoy seeing the looks on people's faces. And
So do you kind of dictate the menu for the day, or how does it work?
The place I'm at now, the menu normally changes seasonally.
Okay.
So every 3 to 4 months the menu will change.
So do you have any input in the menu?
Oh, of course. Input in everything on the menu, the sides, the starters, and then most of the dishes get accompanied with other stuff too. Try to do wine pairings to go with the dishes.
So how do you always, keep it fresh, keep it innovative, come up with new ideas?
It depends how you see things.
Yeah.
Some things, I just want you to kind of see this. As you can
So
see.
you're cutting, you've peeled the skin.
Yep.
And now you're cutting, you're kind of deceiving it. Okay.
Because all I want is this bit. That's it.
Oh, I see.
So can you see how nice the colour it is? Because if you did it with the skin, it would still be okay, but it wouldn't have that same level of finesse. We're definitely going for finesse today.
What's the longest amount of hours you've been on your feet all day cooking?
Back when I used to work in restaurants and hotels and working in Chelsea, our days would be like 16-hour days. So we're going to leave that like that, and I'm going to get you to chop that up.
Another task?
Yeah. So we've still got the hot water boiling there, and we're going to... So with this, we're taking off these little bits here.
Yeah.
They're not the best things in the world to eat. This is part of like just the overall dish. Everyone loves asparagus. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand that chefing on TV shows, it's not like it seems. Like there's a lot of practice, there's a lot of mistakes and outtake stuff, but at the same time, it can still be very fun. So here we go. We've got the, doesn't fit in my pan, so I'm gonna put them down. I'm just being particular, like.
I'm sure I can help with, you know,
okay, alright.
I'm sure should be fine.
Brilliant.
So all you need me to do is, I say I can help and it's not even doing anything.
It's a speed peanut, so its job is to go fast. You're going the exact opposite way. I love that. I love the enthusiasm. It's like this.
Yeah.
Like that, and you're pulling down.
Oh, okay.
Asparagus. It's got that little squish to it, so that's basically close to. So if you're gonna have that now, you can have that raw. Most of you normally serve like a starter, wrapped in Parma ham, poached egg on top. But today we're going to.
God, I'm hungry already, guys.
We're going to incorporate that in the dish. I'm going to leave that there. Can you see here too? Our potatoes are basically done.
Okay. What were the reactions of your friends and families when you decided no more engineering? Because traditionally it's like doctor, lawyer, engineer, you know, those sort of jobs.
My mum is mad supportive.
That's
like
good.
if I wanted to be the president or an astronaut, she'd support it. She's always saying go for your dreams.
Yeah.
My dad died when I was in my teens, but he was very much a workaholic person.
Okay.
So I think my drive came from him. And my basically my dreamer side came from my mum. And being artistic, so all my artistic natures, the poetry, the spoken word, the art, all of that comes from her. Okay, brilliant.
So we've got the shavings, you know.
Yep.
And is it shavings that they call it, or the skin?
The
skins.
The skin. And we can use that in 2 seconds. You can do it for me.
Cool.
It's a 2.
More work.
So we're going to do this as 2 stages. To crisp it up, we need to first blanch it.
Okay. So what do I do?
We're going to put it in the water.
So put this in the water, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry about that. It happens.
Have there been any, like, I'm very like nosy, but throughout your chef journey, have there been any like major accidents in the kitchen?
Most of these scars are chef related.
Really?
Yeah, walking into each other with hot pans, turning into each other with spoons.
Oh my god.
Chefs will also prank each other too. So they'll tap hot spoons on your.
Are you serious?
Yes. Lock each other in the fridges.
No way.
When you're with guys for 16 hours of the day, you
gotta find something to amuse yourself.
The brotherly and the camaraderie, like you can even like prank the head chef, but then he'll get you back later. It's like
a whole lot going on.
That's what we have here. We've now cooled that down.
Yeah.
And now we're going to put a pot of oil on.
Okay. What do you like to cook with? Olive oil? Rapeseed oil? There's so many oils out there. So
for the fish, we're going to use extra virgin oil.
Okay.
And for frying, we're going to use vegetable oil.
Yeah, that's how you know a real chef.
I was Googling it in the car. How to make induction work. So we're going to put the oil on.
Wow, that is a lot of oil.
I'm not going to use it all. I need it to be high enough so I can basically just leave that there.
Yeah.
So next we're going to prep these carrots.
Okay.
So we can add it.
Did I do a good job, by the way, of, you know, cleaning the skin off?
Absolutely brilliant. Do you have any preferential shape when it comes to your carrots?
Circular. I mean, whatever. Okay. I don't mind. What kind of? So, who is your inspiration?
At the moment, nobody.
Yourself.
I like that. When I was younger, I used to have like chef idols, and now that I'm older, I don't really have any. I feel like I respect what they've done and what they did. But it's like I'm now looking for something new.
Okay. Just side.
Yep. We're probably not going to use all the carrots, but you did say you
Trust
like.
me,
You did say you like to eat. I'll just use one as a demonstration. But I really need it to be put in very quickly at the right temperature because we want it to be really crispy. You can use one as an example. So the reason it's bubbling so much is because of the water content.
Okay.
Water and oil don't mix.
Yeah, they don't mix at all. Wow, that's skill. I'm sure for the first few times you tried it, that happened, right?
Oh, everything is not an overnight success.
Of course, takes time and perfection.
If I was to make you a poached egg, I've done probably 1,000 in my lifetime.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna try one if you don't mind.
Of course, it's gonna use a bit of salt, but flavor should still be there. I forgot you had these.
So this is for the pea puree.
Yep, half is for the pea puree, and half is for my potatoes.
Okay. Oh. So we have the olives here,
Yep.
the peas and the tomatoes.
Peas are for the potatoes. That's brilliant. So I'm going to show you one, and then you can emulate. You see that?
God, I hope I get it right.
So it's juliennes and then into squares, and that's the size we want.
So how long did it take you to build up your collection of like utensils?
Over time, because a lot of my original stuff got stolen. Like,
Really?
Yeah, you lose it in the kitchen.
Oh no.
People would take it. Then you stop bringing like your Japanese knives to work.
Oh, I see. So some of you guys decide to bring your own stuff into work. I thought
Yeah,
that
you-
the kitchen, you know.
It depends what kitchen. So that's basically
Yeah.
cool. Just before we're about to serve it, we're gonna put some olive oil through that, some salt, pepper, some fresh herbs, and it's gonna be a garnish. We're basically gonna garnish over the fish with it.
Nice.
I'm putting the frozen peas
Yeah.
into the potatoes. So the potatoes are still warm. The peas are actually cooked. So frozen peas are actually cooked. They're just frozen. So
I see.
as soon as the chill comes out of the peas, it'll be okay. But we're still gonna heat this back up.
So we're mashing.
And we're gonna let you do that.
Yeah.
So you can basically just like a spoon pressed against it, and you're just mushing it. So right now, I've got it in the blender.
Yeah. Did you add
As you
water
can
to
see,
that?
there's not enough water in there.
Okay.
So we're gonna add water. See that?
Nice. We're gonna
When I
add
know
black
that's
pepper,
ready,
right?
I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Season's gonna come. When I know it's ready, I need to know if it can do what I want it to do. So because I want to connect it, I need to see if it's moldable.
Wow.
So I'm either gonna make a shape with it, or I'm gonna shove it into a ramekin.
Can you do that again?
If I want to shape it more, it needs to be smoother.
Wow. Such skill. I'm sure you all enjoyed part 1. Click on the link in the description box for part 2 to see the second part of my interview with Chef Adonis. Chef Adonis will be preparing the fish and then plating it.